talk about a subject that comes to mind, and that is, will Tariq and Brayden go to Force? When it comes down to it, the only Power show right now that's in the same timeline as Tariq and Brayden and Book 2 Ghost is really Force. Even though we were supposed to get Power Book 5 Influence, which was originally Book 4, basically when it comes down to it, the only other show that makes sense for Tariq to show up in, and Brayden as well, or whoever may survive Book 2 Ghost, is Force. Force right now is in the process of its 3rd season. They're filming right now. They're working on everything. However, when it comes down to it, will Brayden and Tariq show up in that show? Now, the thing is, the messed up thing about Power Book 2 Ghost ending is that we never got a Power Book 4 Force or Book 2 Ghost crossover. We never had a chance to see them just have a special where they come together, maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and did like a mini movie with them having an event that they have to take care of. We've seen Tommy cross over to Book 2 Ghost several times, with him making an appearance in Book 1 and Book 3, well, season 1 and 3. However, when it comes down to it, I think Tommy is definitely going to show up in Book 2 Ghost Season 4, the final season. I think he'll play a vital role in Tariq's war, even though I think this war is about the making of Tariq and making him transition from Tariq St. Patrick to Ghost, full-on Ghost. But when it comes down to it, will Tariq and Brayden show up there? It makes the most logical sense for Tariq and Brayden to show up in Book 4 Force, with Tommy needing all the help he can get, and with him becoming more like Ghost and transforming more into an entirely different character than the Tommy we previously knew. This is Tommy the Boss that's coming about. Somebody like Tariq or someone like Brayden having his back would only make him stronger, especially with people like Jannard and even Diamond to some degree, questioning him, not really trusting him, and thinking he's doing a little too much. So when Chicago was thinking about maybe we can't trust Tommy, or maybe we're not feeling him, and then he has a task force that's literally coming for him, having a like-minded individuals that you can truly trust would help out a lot. Plus, imagine Tariq and Brayden teaming up with D-Loc and his homie. I mean, that would be the toughest thing in the world. They'll be damn near an unstoppable team if you put all 4 of them together, and they'll be Tommy's crew, all of them together. The thing is, when it comes down to it, is that I at least wanted us to get a special while Book 2 Ghost was running and while Book 4 Force is running, with these 2 shows crossing over. Maybe some Tommy Tejada action other than the encounter they had at the gravesite with Tommy meeting Monet briefly and having a bit of a standoff. Now, I wanted to see how Tommy would interact with Kane or Drew or Diana, or see how he would have interacted with Lorenzo and how they would interact with him. But we never got that with this sudden ending that we got coming from the show. However, Tariq and Brayden showing up there makes the most logical sense. It would make the most sense for Michael Rainey Jr. and for Giovanni to end up filming in some episodes there, for them to come to help Uncle Tommy to some degree, because I don't think these characters' stories is over just yet. So I would love to see them end up in Book 4 Force. And it's crazy that of all the shows that are stopping, the flagship show, the #1 show for Starz period, not just the Power universe, but for Starz period, which is Book 2 Ghost, because Book 2 Ghost took the torch from Book 1 or OG Power, whatever you want to call it, and they ran with it. And they have been the #1 show on Starz ever since. Though, in my opinion, I've seen Starz, I think, try to promote other shows more, riding off the back of the fame and the notoriety that Power has brought to it, but they know they can never replace Power. However, when it comes down to it, that's the only show that makes the most sense. We do not have another show that has the current timeline going on in it. We don't have that show. So basically, the only other 2 shows that's going on in the current timeline, Book 2 Ghost, Book 4 Force, with Raising Kanan taking place in the 90s, and now Power Origins taking place after Raising Kanan. Those 2 are prequels. So when it comes down to it, it makes the most sense for Tariq and Brayden to show up in that show. But I'm looking forward to it, man. We'll see what happens. I do hope he ends up in Force. I do hope like maybe there's a crossover, but personally, I'm thinking there's going to be an entirely new spinoff, because from what I'm gathering and from what all of us have gathered, with such, high profile actors and actresses, as great of a job as they did in Book 2 Ghost, a lot of them are saying that how much they pay the actors or actresses, certain ones, is a little too much. And that might give birth to an entirely new show with a lower budget to continue the storylines. So we'll see how this one plays out. But I just want to say to all of you, it is your boy Bobby Beast here. I just want to say much love, much respect, hold it down, and Ooh.